Hello everyone, welcome to Waterdeep Resurfaced. I am your DM, a red dragon, a rapacious, greedy, possessive, self-serving individual who is here to help you guys out and play some D&D tonight. So maybe take that with a grain of salt. Would you like to start with some announcements?
Yeah, I'm a red dragon egg, and I'm full of messages and portents of doom, such as thank you sponsors, Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games. Little Dragon Corp is a Canadian dice company that supplies all kinds of cool tabletop gear. You can check out the Twitter at Little Dragon Co 1 to stay updated on all of their products, and if you use the coupon code BONUS when you head over to littledragoncorp.com, they'll give you 10% off of your order. Additionally, thanks Cardboard Castle Games, they are a lovely game store local to the Evans, Georgia area. Please give them your patronage if you find yourself there, and tell them that Proficiency Bonus sent you for 10% off. But if you're not there, that's okay, just go check them out online. Live your life. Also, don't forget to check out our other games. The schedule's posted below the Twitch video feed. Basically, we stream almost every day here at Proficiency Bonus. We have games for several of the major published 5e modules, as well as some homebrew games, and more and more, we are having games that feature systems other than 5e entirely, like Star Wars and Alien, and there's a lot of space stuff happening. I don't even know, Power Rangers. So hopefully we probably have something up your alley, so just go check it out. We also have a new YouTube exclusive show. Kristy, what is it called again? Omen. Yeah, and that's every other Tuesday, and it's exclusive to YouTube, so you should go check that out. Subscribe to our YouTube if you could do that. We're so close to reaching a big milestone, so do that. Also, we're always recruiting players, GMs, and other friends for our channel. Please check out our Twitter at ProfBonus for updates on recruiting, or join our community Discord. We welcome all experience levels, from veteran gamers to total newbies. We encourage gamers of color, as well as members of the LGBTQIAP2S+ community to join us as well. Anybody who loves games and like nerdy stuff, you should join us. Additionally, thank you to Suncraft, as well as Adrian Von Ziegler, for some of the background music that we use here on Wednesdays. Suncraft is this really cool bot that you can add to Discord, and it plays like all of this like ambient music based on genre. It's really cool and great. And Adrian Von Ziegler is a talented composer, and he has great content usage rules for small streams like ours. So check out his YouTube and Patreon. Support him if you can. Add Suncraft to your server and get him on premium so you can get all of the really, really cool genres. Kristy, Mystic Hour.
Mass Effect Andromeda Beach. So fun, so pretty. I'm not that far in. I'm still on the first planet. The first planet's huge. I'm super excited. So yeah, come hang out and play some Mass Effect Andromeda with me.
That's all from me.
Oh, also a reminder that our Extra Life charity drive is still open and ongoing. So if you have the means to do so and want to help the kids, please feel free to donate with our link down below, and also with the Twitch prompt Extra Life, ! Extra Life, no spaces. And yeah, that would be really cool if you could do that. We've already smashed our goal, but like, let's be overachievers here. I think that's it.
Thank you. Okay. Dylan. Would you like to do for me?
Damn, you just looked real name. Yeah, of course. Name. My government name, except I'm also a lovely little song dragon, able to mix and blend into. I'm just gonna get into the. It's fine. It's fine. I'm a cutie. Who cares? Last time on Waterdeep Dragon Heist, the party has made their journey to the castle library known as Candlekeep, seeking the advice of an expert on the Hells for their current plan to journey to the plane itself and argue for the souls of the Castellanter children in court. They paid their fee at the door, and they were able to get in contact with this expert, where the party essentially bared all for her in the situation that they have found themselves in, trying to get any morsel of information that they could to gain any edge on their journey. What it seems like is going to happen is that the party is going to be appointed a devil lawyer who is going to try and advocate for them on their behalf for the court case, and they were told that they need to be prepared, as Devil Court, while it is very similar to Court on the Material Plane, has a few supernatural caveats, especially in the case of witnesses can be called whether living or dead. Knowing that the party may have to face some of their long-forgotten enemies or any number of people that they've encountered in their journey, we were steeling ourselves and preparing to make contact with the wizard, or at least get in touch with the wizard that would be able to transport us to the hells themselves. Then it's a matter of getting to the courtroom alive. But that is probably something that we'll have to figure out today. So that's pretty much where we're at. We're still at Candlekeep. We're still in the office. Technically, the last thing that we observed was a few members of the party did notice that a newspaper talking about how the Castlanters are attempting to spin the narrative that they've been falsely accused and that they're going to rally and raise money and awareness for other people who have been put in such an unfortunate similar circumstance back in Waterdeep. That's where we're at.
Indeed it is. Okay. So, we pick up in Sylvira's tower, her little workspace where she currently is. You guys were asking her a lot of questions. You guys were speaking with her, asking for any potential clarification and things that were going on. I believe you also asked for some time to rest, I think. But that is kind of where we are. So she's still there to answer any potential questions that you guys have, but the day is yours to do with what you will.
Well, since we're staying the night here, I'm going to go off and try and find that individual that was supposed to be looking things up for us.
Mm-hmm. He did say doing so was going to take days. So are you going to find him with the hope of having some success, or are you going to find him for a different reason?
That's true. I forgot it said it was going to take days. Never mind.
Yeah, you guys gave him a lot of information to go and find.
I'm staying with the group.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. That wasn't me trying to discourage you from going and exploring at all.
That was me forgetting that it was supposed to take days.
No, that is okay. I think you guys requested that things be sent back home.
Yes.
I think that was kind of where we...
There was the possibility of getting a recommendation for me to get access to, but that was also going to take some time. I believe there was a sending spell.
Yeah, I sent a message to Tempe or the Blackstaff.
I believe you sent it to Temperance.
I think I sent it to Tempe. Yeah.
Since she is my
Your direct,
official
teacher.
Yeah, she's my superior. So if that goes through, then that will be what I do. But otherwise, Sir is fine with waiting this out and just actually trying to relax and, maybe some casual reading as much as it can be on the topics that we're looking at. But I'm all good with just waiting to see how that letter turns out, if it does, while we're still here.
The letter was also going to take time. There wasn't a lot of information that she was able to give you, but she did, actually I might even still have it written down, hold on. So what she said to you is basically, unfortunately for Candlekeep, the letter of recommendation needs to be a physical letter, but that she would work on it. So there is an actual physical letter that needs to come by courier, which could take quite a long time because it's coming from Waterdeep down to past Baldur's Gate.
Right. So and that means that all study of like spell books and stuff is blocked off until you get a recommendation.
Essentially.
Okay. That's fine. Am I allowed to look at magical theory and kind of like work with my I would do that. You know, keep my homework up.
Yeah, you are allowed into the library proper. It's the specialty areas specifically that kind of have a little bit more of a process. So areas like spellbooks, and then especially demonology and like things about devils and stuff like that too. When it comes to more than just like hell exists, there are demons. Right. When it comes to more than just like theory, history, sorts of things that have come to happen on the material plane, that is also a very specialized area of study that they don't let a lot of people access those tomes because most people who are wanting to access those tomes are not doing so for a good reason.
Right. So, that's not even like they'll supervise you. That's just like we can't vet you, so we're just not going to let you. Okay.
Only people that are vetted are allowed, especially people like Sylvira, because it's literally her area of expertise. She is the foremost person in the material plane, just like where you guys are right now, to speak to about this kind of thing. Like, this is what she has spent her life studying. Yeah.
Right. She is top of the top. She's the best.
Exactly, which is why it was suggested to you that you guys go and you speak to her specifically, because she was going to be the person essentially that was going to be able to get you guys the most information in the least amount of time, and you guys were in kind of such a hurry to figure stuff out. So
I did request about my shit, right? Like the soul bullshit, the tattoos.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He took not an etching because he didn't like. But he did a little bit of it's textured tattoo.
Textured tattoo, just rubbed on like the wax paper. It's fine.
Yeah. He did a little bit of a drawing of what he could see for your tattoos, and he took that with him to study as well. But he is basically, he was your guide kind of, and you have requested these things of him, and he's more than willing to do it. But there's like 5 of you that requested things.
Yeah, so he's got a lot on his plate.
Quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Since we are spending the night here, I feel like Nova would be comfortable after she and Mico kind of spotted that paper. I think she would send another message to Rainy.
Okay.
I know you have a lot on your plate. I don't know if you've seen the newspapers. Can the Harpers do some sort of reverse smear campaign against them? In the meantime...
Give me 2 seconds.
And I still have one more message if anyone needs to send one last thing.
Okay.
Just putting that up.
So he responds and he says, I've definitely seen it. I assume you've already figured out what that could mean for you guys. We can make a valiant effort, though.
Yeah. I don't reply because I don't want to waste on the spell slot, but yeah.
Yeah, on that note, Mico is probably... He's seen how scatterbrained this girl is, so he's like, she won't miss it. He's gonna fold up the newspaper and put it in his bag.
Are you being subtle about this?
He's probably being somewhat subtle. Like, he doesn't want to draw
Roll me as like a sleight of hand, then.
Yeah.
I will remind you of what the newspaper specifically said.
Sure.
It was like a wrongfully accused. It was a story that only Mico is aware of right now, of essentially how it's completely asinine that they've even been accused of this. Evidence that has been found has definitely been planted by somebody who wants to smear them.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to do everything they can to clear their name because they want to go back to helping the city and with the trusts and the and like the different charities that they donate to and that they run. And they have devoted a huge portion of their estate, like their money, once this is all done, to helping fund the legal like fees of anybody who has ever been either wrongfully accused or convicted, to help people kind of get out of those situations. And it was a big old portrait because not only was it highlighting kind of what they were going to do to get themselves out of this situation and how they were going to turn it into something good for the good of the city, it was also highlighting specifically the lawyer that they hired. The lawyer, there is like a portrait of him like smack dab in the middle of this newspaper story. The man's name is Archibald Augustine. And he is a very prolific lawyer not just in Waterdeep, but just on the Sword Coast itself. He has vowed to get their names cleared, and it's just kind of a little bit of a profile or like a highlight of like Archibald's career and like how he kind of got to this point, stuff like that.
Yeah, so
anyway,
I rolled a 17.
Okay, you can take it, no problem.
Yeah. So he kind of just tucks that away. I think with passive perception, the only one who would notice that is Nova. That he kind of just tucks it without saying anything to anybody.
Okay.
I'll probably
Nova would probably notice.
Yeah, I think seeing that, I think Nova would give Mico the mental update, like, hey, I let Rainy know, and he's gonna try it. They're gonna try to do something to combat it for us, because it's gonna be a problem, or a potential problem.
I figured, but
Yeah.
That's more stuff on the plate that we, quite frankly, didn't need to know about.
And we can't touch it, so I'm hoping... I trust Rainy. They got this.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
May I short rest? I want to, like, the whole courtyard, I'm literally just, like, walking around, but I just want to, like, walk, like, in a slightly weird way. Like, I don't know if that means I'm bending my knees more, but I'm just, like, casually strolling around in a way that, like, if people saw me was, like, slightly unsettling. And that's it.
Okay.
Like,
Our mental
backwards
mind
the whole
palace.
time. Yeah, just, like, backwards walking the whole time or something like that. Or, like, just, like stepping. That's it.
Okay.
I'm short resting.
And you're just doing that in, like, the Court of Air, which is, like, the main courtyard of the place that you were in like, when you went in to go to Silvira's tower? Or are you going more towards, like, the library proper?
Both.
Okay.
I'm just doing
Yes.
it wherever I can get away with it publicly.
Okay. I mean, nobody's gonna stop you. You're definitely
Yeah.
gonna be getting stares. Especially
what
from the Avowed, who are the priests or, like, the monks that sort of work as worshippers of the different knowledge gods here within the library. You probably even stopped a couple of times, just like, do you need help? Do you need any directions? Like, you look a little lost, sort of questions. But yes,
I'm doing
you may.
great. Like that the dancing Kermit, like the AR Kermit, that's like what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, you can take a short rest if you like. As long as that's all you're doing, you can't do anything else.
Nope, just
It has to
hanging
be
out.
light activity.
Yeah, just really chill, walking and dancing in an unsettling way.
I love
Okay. Anybody else have anything that they'd like to do? There is a bath and a steam house here that you can go to.
Oh, we got a player inspiration from Ace. Thank you, Ace.
There is a bath and a steam house that you can go to if you want. It's kind of a building with some heated pools where people can relax and take a bath. There's even like side chambers that have like massage parlors and like saunas. There is the House of the Binder if you want to go and request any particular scrolls or anything in the library. There are the Pillars of Pedagogy, which is basically if you need any to go for any like silent research or anything like that. If you guys are kind of exploring around, you find that these places, each tower, the pillars are like a bunch of towers in the area behind like a set of walls, and each tower is fitted with comfortable chairs or like cushions. It's very, very austere inside. Each tower contains private rooms that are available for reservation only, so you'd have to go and speak to one of the Avowed. But they feature a permanent silence spell that allows any of their occupants to sort of read and study without any disturbances or anything like that. There's temples. There is a clothier's, erudite outfitters and clothiers if you want to like purchase any clothing. Mostly it's robes. It's a place where seekers and members of the Avowed can buy new robes, things like that, and have clothes mended. But there are mending services there. There's a tailor there if you want. There's also a smithy and a stables. There's quite a few little things that you can do. And then obviously there's the inner ward. The Court of Air is kind of where all of these things are for people, the amenities, I suppose, of the area. And then you can get into the inner ward, which is where the main library is, the Great Library. There's also a bunch of different towers and stuff there as well that can be kind of explored if you'd like. But the main library kind of takes up most of the inner ward.
Well, you know that Sir loves his baths, so I will definitely be hitting that up.
Okay.
Can I read in the bath?
Mm-hmm.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
I would probably do that. And I'd also like to know, I mean, very clearly it's like they love knowledge here and very strongly with academic knowledge, but is there anything that like accommodates the martial arts in the sense of like manuscripts about fighting or like something? Would it be weird to do my like training or my workout out in the Court of Air? I know it's a lot of nerds, but are there like nerd jocks?
So you could probably, if you guys remind me, you guys didn't go get rooms yet, did you? You went straight to Silvera's.
Probably gonna do that actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you guys got rooms, you would probably be able to work out like at the inn that's in the area. So you could potentially try that. It's called the House of Rest. There's also the Hearth, which is attached to the House of Rest, which is a very modestly sized tavern. You could potentially do something there. As far as manuscripts and texts of things of this nature, there's probably texts about pretty much anything and everything you could find here. They're not picky about the knowledge that they keep. They just want to keep it, and they want to house it, and they want to be the sole owners of it. So, but there's definitely things of all kinds here.
After we get a room, I did think of something I want to do.
Okay.
I'm going to go look up recipe books.
Aww.
Okay.
Just because, I'm always looking for new recipes to try and cook. And this was like probably the best place to look up like a whole bunch of different, kind of recipes. So, I specifically want to look up, it's Tetherian recipes.
Okay. Tetherian.
There we go. Yes, that. Yes.
Is there a reason that you want Tetherian recipes specifically?
Yes.
Is that something that you want to message me? Because
yes.
I do want to say that my Tethir is very different than like the Sword Coast Tethir, but if it kind of matches,
Hold on.
but if it kind of matches up, yeah, I definitely just want to make sure that kind of lines up. But yeah, absolutely, you could find recipes.
Could I join Frey? Would Frey
Of course,
be?
I will of course say that that's what I'm gonna go do. So,
Yeah, I want to
and-
go look up like dessert recipes and pastry, like from
Aw.
mom.
Got it.
Mico really, really, really dislikes reading. But he's like gonna be here for like the rest of the day, and he wants
Yeah.
to do something to pass the time, so he wants to read up more on like astrology or something like that.
Any particular info, or just kind of rooting for fun?
He has no particular info to look for, so just for fun.
Okay, sure. So the lot of you then can go to the Great Library. It sounds like a couple of you kind of want to do so to kind of look up a couple of different things. Are you looking up Tethrian recipes, just recipes, or are you looking up like Tethrian history?
Well, just recipes at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, if history comes along with like the recipe, then cool. But I'm not like looking for history stuff.
Tethrian food is very much centered in a lot of like seafood. So it's a lot of shellfish, a lot of fish. Fishing is one of the main exports for the country. It is basically a peninsula, so a huge portion of what is done there and what is eaten there is fish. It's also they use a lot of fruit. It's one of the only places in the area that you can get like bananas and things like that, pineapple, things like that. So a lot of fruit, tropical fruit specifically, is included. I think crab fishing is like one of the main ways that it is used a lot in cuisine. So you could probably see a lot of shellfish in that way used, especially raw fish and like raw shellfish. The royal Tethir there's a royal family that has basically ruled over Tethir for centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries, and this royal family is mostly made up of Triton and like water genasi. And if you think of Tethir kind of like the sort of vibe of Tethir, think like a mix of like Indian, Tibetan, and then add like a mix of like Venice with like the waterways and things like that, of like the way that these cities are kind of set up. And that reflects a lot in their cuisine as well. So it's like a lot of really fresh flavors and herbs and things like that.
Gotcha. Cool.
Like especially using like citrus juice to cook fish rather than actually cooking fish, things like that. That's a huge thing.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I am reminded, I've got somebody who knows Tethir that's in our chat right now. I am reminded that turtles are a huge thing in Tethir. Like they worship a turtle god,
good.
essentially. Their entire pantheon is based around titans, and the main titan, his name is Kami, and he is basically his the way he appears to people is as like a dragon turtle. This is probably information that you're kind of finding about Tethir as you're kind of coming along the way too. But as a result, when turtles come up on the beaches and lay their eggs, when they hatch, there's even like every year there's like a turtle census, where they will like literally like count all the baby turtles and make sure that they kind of get out into the ocean without harm. There's like a festival and everything that's kind of surrounds it. So I'm reminded, don't eat the turtles. No turtle soup, because they're kind of sacred.
Thank God.
super
Like,
cute.
when you first said turtles, I was like, oh no, I'm not eating a turtle. I'm sorry.
No, they are
love turtles
sacred.
so much. Gotcha. Cool.
They are
Perfect.
sacred creatures. But yeah, that's Tethir, kind of a sort of a an overview at least. If you want to do any more research into Tethir, I could talk about Tethir for days. I did so much work on Tethir. But that's kind of what you get with like looking for the recipes and stuff like that.
Thanks for that map, because I was also like, where on the continent is it?
Yeah, it's by Chel, so it's
Okay.
a lot further south.
Yeah.
Than it's like past where Dhampir is. But yeah.
Yeah, I mostly went north and northeast.
And north, and north, and north.
And east.
Can I also go with them to the library, but with the sole purpose of, I just want to open some books and put some glitter into the pages and immediately shut them and put them back without being noticed?
Oh no! You roll me a stealth check.
Tallice!
Oh boy!
Like,
Chaotic and a chaotic.
I'm just
Fake
like,
on a fake.
Like, I'm reading them and like, oh no, oops, I spilled some glitter, you know?
And I'm
like,
making you roll per book. This is for your first book.
a sleight of hand check? Stealth check? 22.
Okay. You are successful with the first tome.
Oh my
How-
god.
Are you
How
gonna do
many?
this till you get caught?
I'm gonna do it to 2 more.
Okay.
Rule of
So that's
three.
a
Rule of
two
three.
more.
Let's go.
Guys,
gonna
can I
die.
use the inspiration?
Go ahead, you dumb bitch. I
Take
love
it.
you.
No, I would say no.
Oh wait, I have inspiration on my sheet. I have inspiration on my sheet.
You
I'm
do have
using it.
inspiration for the announcements.
Okay, yeah, then I keep mine.
18.
Okay. You're successful with the second tome.
Last
You're
one.
gonna push your luck. Oh
Like,
my
I'm going
god.
like different areas too. Like different, you know, so
Like,
it's not all the same
triangle.
genre.
Okay.
11. I'm gonna get kicked out. It's fine.
So,
Oh my god.
you open up the third tome to pour out your little pouch of glitter into, or like put your little pinch of glitter into it. And your hand lifts as it has the pinch of glitter in your hand, and you feel a hand around your wrist. And it brings your hand so that it's back over the pouch of glitter.
I dropped the glitter into the fountain.
And then a voice kind of by your ear, like over your shoulder. Now, I have been following you around because I suspected that there was something going on. You might have been sneaky enough, but you did not hide what you're doing now from me. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to be escorting you out now. With explicit instructions to any of the avowed to not allow you back into the Great Library. Do you understand me?
I feel like Tallice is laughing as much as I am, and I want to look at this person and give him a thumbs up.
Do you have somebody that is sponsoring you here in the library?
Guys, do we? Is that what this
No.
lady is?
No, she's not our sponsor.
Yeah, we got in with the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because we were trying to get Sir sponsored. No. I just brought a really rare book that had somebody soul trapped inside of it.
Good, because if you had been sponsored by someone, they also would be receiving a ban from the Great Library. Come with me, please.
Yep.
And he's
Who is
still
this?
holding on
Is
to
this
your
just a
wrist.
guy?
It is just a guy. It's one of the avowed. He kind of has shoulder, like chin length, like brown hair that's kind of parted down the middle. He's probably in his like mid 40s or so. But he is just a guy. I mean, you've never seen him before or anything like that.
I will let him escort me out. And you know what? I consider it a win because there's no way a couple flakes of glitter did not get on that book. So.
Now you will be due to remember that this ban is not just a verbal one. You are magically now unable to enter this building as of, and he escorts you to the other side of the threshold, right now.
For like how long though?
The rest of your lifetime.
I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to do this. It's part of my belief
I think
system.
it's pretty clear.
But
Go.
it's part of my beliefs.
He lets
I
go
was
of your
asked
wrist
to
and
do
he
it.
turns and he walks back into the library.
How long was Tallice in the library before getting a lifetime ban?
Probably no more than an hour.
Alright, so about 20 minutes after that, Sir's like in a book and he's like, oh, where's Tallice? Because of my bad perception.
Oh my God. Amazing.
I bet your patron's super happy right now.
I'm just going with my now glitter-covered hand and touching some doorknobs with it. Like, I'll go walk into as many buildings as possible with this glittery hand and just, like, peruse
She doesn't
the wares,
stop.
and then just, like,
Nine
leave.
hells. Is that why?
The worst.
And, you know, I'm just like, looking around and casually seeing what the buildings are, and I'm just, you know, there's a little bit of glitter that gets smeared on the, like, inside of a door handle, then so be it. And that's all. That's it. And then I'm just hanging out and waiting for my friends, and also continuing to dance in an unsettling way in the Court of Air.
Okay. Everybody else, I know that Mico was doing like astrology stuff. I mean, you've lived on the Sword Coast, so you probably know the... Do you think he knows the constellations, or do you think he just knows like what the sky looks like?
He definitely...
Because constellations do have names and stuff like that.
Yeah, he definitely knows the constellations. I went and I looked up a lot of them, but a lot of them only... Yeah.
I mean, that's
He
okay.
knows
I
them.
just wanted to know if it was more like he actually put in the study, or if he like just kind of looked at star charts and like looked at the sky, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he definitely took time to actually learn. Like, it was probably when he was like little, he didn't know what they were, but he could point them out. But he actually learned what they were called, so he could like talk about them to people.
Okay. So I would say then here, a lot of what you're seeing is historical star charts, so it would be kind of cool, like, looking at the maps as people have, like, discovered the different constellations and things like that. So, like, you could look back, because you guys are in, like, 95 right now, I think. So you could look back, like, 100 years ago or 200 years ago and see, like, what the star charts looked like then versus now, and kind of, like, how that's progressed and how things have been mapped and changed and things like that, which would probably be interesting for him. You might also be able to find books on different astrologers that have done those maps, which could also be of interest to him as well, and kind of how they got into their field and where they are now, stuff like that, or like journals from them that are displayed for you to look through. You know how like some, like in the Library of Congress, there's like journals or like books that have like the sleeves over each of the pages. So like things for you to like look through so you can see their like thought process as they were mapping these stars, things like that, which could be pretty cool for him to learn.
Yeah, he might do.
Okay.
Try to get himself to read something.
Kristy, I know you were looking for like pastry stuff. If you were particularly interested in the tethering and stuff that like Frey was looking for,
like any desserts, it doesn't have to be pastry, because I know not everywhere like specializes in that. But I'm thinking like she's just looking for new things that she could send to her mom to try at the bakery and the cafe.
A lot of stuff with Tethier, a lot of desserts and things like that are like made with like glutinous rice flour, things like that. Rice is a huge crop in the area, so things like that. A lot of tea-based desserts, because tea and tobacco is another thing that's kind of really prevalent there. So a lot of like cookies that are like flavored or infused with teas, pastries that are flavored or infused with teas, things like that. There's also probably like a lot of like traditional like Chinese or Japanese desserts you would probably find kind of in Tethier. So that's
hell yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm definitely sending my mom a recipe for mochi, because like hell yes.
I mean, yeah, a huge portion of the culture in Tethier I personally have based off of like a lot of different, like melding a lot of different Asian cultures together to create this sort of very vibrant community in this very vibrant country. So a lot of desserts would be definitely based off of like traditional like Japanese desserts, traditional like Mongolian desserts, things like that.
Okay, I think I would like write it down on one of the paper birds. and
Okay.
just like put as many like small like condensed recipes for her and just sign it with my name with no context. And just send it
She'll
to my
know.
mom.
She'll get you.
Yeah. With a little heart. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Sir, was there anything in particular you were looking into?
I would look up magical theory, and also I think if it's allowed, because it's not spells, can I read about like magic items or like magic armaments?
Yeah, probably. You could probably find some books about. I have the hiccups, so I apologize if that interrupts. You could probably find some books about like historic magical items, things like that.
Yeah, things from historic to like items that are like used today, because I feel like he's always in these great cities where you could legally or illegally get your hands on some great magical gear, and he doesn't know how to ask for it or know what he's looking for because he doesn't know enough about them. So I'd love to like get a baseline for that so that I can start like so that I have more of a realistic baseline for when like that opportunity next comes up. I think that would be something he'd just sort of be interested in.
Okay. There's a lot of things. One thing that that I don't think Sir might have ever realized could be a thing that you could probably find a lot of info on is like sentient weapons.
Oh yeah, he would. I don't think he would ever have thought about something like that.
Yeah. I think particularly a particularly famous one that he could probably find is about a trident called Wave. Wave is a sentient trident that has been. It is believed that it was forged by Cyclopses that were imprisoned in a very, very distant island by an ocean god, essentially. It has varied in names across different cultures, across different languages, etc. But in common, it is called Wave. It is essentially said that the deity for which Wave was forged, so like the weapon itself, had a daughter with one of the Cyclopses.
Wait, what?
Yes. And so she is a half Cyclops. Her name is Dravenda. And she essentially led a rebellion against the sea god that was imprisoning these Cyclopses, wielding
her father?
Wave, her father, essentially, against her own half-brother, who was also a deity, who took the form of a giant crab, who was part of this. Like, he was one of the deities that was keeping the Cyclopses hostage, and she fought her half-brother, who was that crab, who was part of those people keeping them hostage, wielding her own father.
So it's like, damn, other people do got some pretty complicated relationships with their family.
Mm-hmm. After this kind of happened, there was a wizard who came to the island in exchange for the promise of aid, like he would help the Cyclopses escape their prison. He was given Wave, which he eventually took with him to adventure. He took to a lot of different places. He took to a volcano stronghold where he used it against 3 other sentient weapons, one of which is another very, very, very like famous sentient weapon called Black Razor, which if Sir wants to kind of go into Black Razor as well, he could, and I can kind of tell you about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think he like gets super like into this sentient weapon, magic weapon, in the sense of, since he can't really find like a book on things that would be more beneficial to a martial kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
I think realizing that there's this like whole family of magical weaponry, and like some of them are like able to talk. I think he finds that so fascinating. I think he's like, man, I'd love to be able to talk to my sword. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, he can learn about Wave, which is this really, really crazy like trident that had all of these different abilities, but as sentient, it could also speak. Eventually, kind of with the history you're reading about Wave, is that it eventually got into the hands of a collector, and its current whereabouts are unknown, but it's essentially believed that a collector is currently in possession of Wave rather than somebody who's actually using it. But then he can go into and kind of find some information about Black Razor, which is a weapon that Wave has fought against. There's actually a couple of weapons that Wave has fought against. There's Black Razor, and then there's also a hammer called Whelm, like Overwhelm, W-H-E-L-M, Whelm, that also fought against Wave. Black Razor is a great sword that was like forged from this very strange and unknown sort of steel alloy. And when it's unsheathed, it has kind of a star-studded like hilt, and it like whispers in this like creepy way to people, and it has a black scabbard like made of obsidian. And there's a history kind of with Black Razor and Whelm as well. So he's kind of got these like a bunch of different sentient weapons of history that he can kind of read about.
That's super cool. Yes, he'll definitely. That will probably be where I'll say hyper focuses for the ease of it. But yeah, like he gets on that like, you know, trail of like he hears about it vaguely in one book, and then he's like, wait, hey, do you have like other books about this? And then he'll probably end up taking some back when he goes to take a bath. He can't take them out.
These books specifically, I would say that you probably can't take out, but
Yeah.
you could get excerpts if you wanted to take like excerpts of the book out, because there is a scribe that will scribe whole books for you, but if it's just a section, it's not something that'll take quite as long and can usually be done in a magical way. So he could take excerpts to the bath of them.
Yeah, okay, then that probably sounds like enough material that will cover the rest of his day.
Okay. All right. So, was there anything else anybody in particular wanted to look up or get any information on for your day?
I think. Go ahead.
I wanted to go find Tallice after I was done with my research.
Sure. She's walking backwards out in the courtyard.
Cool. Tallice. Tallice.
Oh, I just ate I just swallowed one of the hard candies whole in real life. Yes.
No, you're not supposed to swallow those whole. Tallice, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm banned from the library, so I'm just
What?
out here. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. How? I don't. Do I want to know how?
Oh, it's there. It's not. It's literally like. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm gonna deal with it because, like, they said don't light stuff on fire and don't like damage the books, but I wasn't damaging the books, and they didn't say anything about glitter being illegal. So it'll be dealt with soon. Don't worry.
Did you put glitter in the books?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, okay. Anyways, I had a quick question. I was looking up recipes, like I said, and for the dinner that I'm planning, and I had a question. Which one do you think sounds better? Okay. You're gonna be there, right? I'm just trying to make sure that I had something that you're gonna enjoy also, since I know you don't like meat. I don't how do you don't eat seafood either, right?
I'd rather not.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. So okay, so you tell me which one you think sounds better: shiitake nigiri or carrot locks. Which one do you think sounds better?
What was the second one of carrots?
Carrot locks.
Like LOX locks?
Yeah. Yes.
The carrot.
The carrot one. Okay. Cool. Now you see, I have like a little notebook, and I just kind of like check something off. Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just go hang out for the, wherever everybody else is hanging out.
Here, do this with me.
Huh?
Do this with
What?
me. Walk backwards
What are
with
we
me.
doing?
We're
Okay,
walking
sure.
backwards.
We're walking backwards. Is there a reason why we're doing this?
just bringing just keeping people on their toes. Like, everyone here is so focused on like
they're
reading books and like learning stuff, and it's like there's all this free space that they should just be like enjoying themselves and having a nice time. So this is
agree.
just a reminder to them in my own way to have a nice time.
Yes, I okay, and I will copy Tallice for the rest of the night.
Okay.
Nova was gonna go to bed early.
Okay.
Unless
so
anyone needs her, but she's like trying to like get as much energy as she can for the next day.
Got it.
Yeah.
So if you want to be the one to kind of purchase rooms, how many rooms are you guys wanting? And do you want double rooms or do you want single rooms? Or triple rooms? There is a couple triple rooms too.
It's so not often that we don't sleep at home.
Yeah. Maybe.
Are we paying for these rooms, or are these free with entry?
You're paying for them.
How much are they? How much are their rooms?
They are silver per night for a single room, a gold per night for a double room, and 5 gold per night for a triple room.
What's the triple? Is it like a triple room with 3 different rooms, but in one like central area, or is it
3
like,
beds?
The 3 beds in one room.
Okay, so 3 beds in one room.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so I think she would get 1 3-bed, 1 2-bed.
Okay, so total then that will be 6 gold for one night.
Okay.
And you are given the keys. They are not very fancy rooms, and they're not really decorated. They're just very basic furniture. Probably like hay stuffed mattresses. It's not the Ritz, but it's comfortable.
I see that. Is there any other like fancier places, or is this
This is
kind
the
of
only inn.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh, Frey.
I mean,
Can't
they can
sleep
make
on
a near infinite amount of rooms, but they're just still like.
Frey, if I put some like mayonnaise into your mattress, will that help make it more comfortable?
No, I don't think so. And also, we probably don't want you to get kicked out of the inn. Also.
Oh yeah, that's probably
Yeah. Actually, that'd probably get me kicked out of the inn. So I'd rather. How about you do it to your bed?
Well, then you'll be kicked out of the inn, and I'll be kicked out of the library, and then it'll be like fine.
But I also don't really want to sleep on mayonnaise.
What
That
the
sounds really
Fine.
gross
That
and
sounds
like
horrible.
smelly.
Whatever. Fine.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Who's sharing rooms?
I was just gonna put like the boys and the girls. I'll give each of you guys a key,
Okay.
and I'll just go to the room and just pass out.
Okay.
You guys figure it out. Hand Tallice and Frey the keys, and after I already unlocked my door, and then I go in, and I'm gonna go
Yeah, I'll go to
Okay.
bed like
pretty early.
not as early as Nova, but
Yeah.
like soonish.
Did you guys know that like some weapons, like swords and shit, are like alive?
Oh.
Sort of. Like they can like talk and they have like feelings and thoughts.
Kind of cool.
Sometimes I wonder if everything has like thoughts and feelings, and we're just not smart enough to notice.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. You can you can talk to a lot of things that I never really thought about having thoughts.
Yeah, and people normally are like, well, if you can speak to the animal, why do you eat it? And normally the answer is because it tastes good.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, you can't really have interesting conversation with a chicken anyway, because normally they care about, like, birdseed or
Bugs.
bugs. But, so, honestly, I think they do more good in my stomach after I've killed and cooked them.
I'll probably never want to talk to something that I eat. So, that's all on you. But,
You can't eat a sword, though, so...
well, yeah. I mean, and the thing is, I mean, they don't, as far as I know, they don't just think about, like, chopping and slashing things. Like, they have wants and goals, and it's just the fact that they need someone to help them. This trident had a kid.
How does that work?
It was like a
what? I know how it works. All you need is the round end of the trident.
No, I don't
No?
think that's what it was implying. I think it was more like a magic thing. Like a god thing?
I mean, isn't the fact that a trident is even capable of doing something like that magic enough?
I guess. But...
I'm gonna be thinking about that all night.
Does the sword kill?
Does
mean,
the weapons have a mouth when they talk, or like how does that work?
Well, as far as look, I mean, I only read about a few of them, but it's sort of like when you're wielding it. Apparently, it's like how Nova talks to us. It's sort of like it's in your head.
Okay, gotcha.
I think it's really cool. I would love if my sword... Normally I'm keeping my sword on my back. It would be like having someone literally watching out for my back. They're always like, hey, something's coming up behind you. You might want to, draw me and, swing at it. That would be really useful.
Wait, but
technically then you'd be permanently giving a piggyback ride to somebody.
Look at me. I don't think that's going to be too much of a... I'm surprised that everyone didn't, give me their bags and have me carry them.
Wait, so are they only capable of, getting people pregnant, or can you impregnate your sword?
I don't know! This isn't really where I thought this was going when I brought it up! I was just sort of interested.
You brought it up that the trident had a kid, so...
Well, yeah, I guess, but I didn't mean to, focus on that, but now that you bring it up, it does seem like something that would be a longer... And then we talk about that for the next 40 minutes, and that's what the boys do!
The bedtime conversation. Okay,
the girls immediately go to sleep, the boys.
Talk about sword impregnation.
Oh my god.
I do like that Graf said, can it only get people pregnant?
Pregnate?
Pregnant.
Pregnant.
Pregnante.
One question really fast before we go through the night. That stuff I sent you, Chel, how rare would it be to get something like that? Is that something
where you are right now, you mean?
Well, no, at in Waterdeep. How is that something I should order now, or could I find that
Let me look at the specific fish you said.
I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly that.
Because Waterdeep is a coastal city,
yeah.
So you could theoretically get some fish there. And then there's obviously exported fish. There are fish markets and stuff, so you could probably find something suitable as a replacement if you can't really find anything, but you could definitely probably find most of these ingredients pretty easy in Waterdeep.
Cool. Okay. Because if not, I was gonna go get Nova to just send somebody a message for me. Put orders in for me.
I will say, I think in the middle of the night, Nova sneaks into Tallice's bed and just sleeps beside her.
Aww.
Super cute.
I think...
You wake up covered in glitter.
That's fine. She's fine with that. She just didn't want to be alone right now.
The last thing Mico will probably do is probably goes to sleep last, waits for everybody else to go to sleep so they can have Mico time with the stars and get them caught up again as they normally do, and basically be like, hi, this is the last time I might get to speak to you in a while, at least, because I'm going somewhere where there apparently are no stars. And I don't think those stars would be nice if I got to talk to them anyway. So, I know you normally don't answer because you're stars. But if you have anything to bestow to me, or whatever they say normally when they're looking for guidance on things, would be a good time.
Okay. I am noting that you have requested guidance from the stars. You going to bed right after?
Yeah.
Okay. For now, they don't talk to you because they're stars, but...
They are stars.
But you could potentially have pleasant star-like dreams to kind of lull you away. But as far as like actual conversation goes, the stars don't talk back. Anybody else have anything before bed? Okay. You guys can take a long rest if it's applicable to you. Back any hit points, any spell slots, any feature abilities, etc., etc. Which leads us into the morning. The day before, you had asked Silvira to hold off on contacting her wizard friend, or at least hold off on requesting the flight for you to get to her wizard friend, so that you guys could accomplish a few things that day. So if there's anything that you want to do in this morning to prepare, now is definitely the time. But the day is yours to do with what you will.
Can I just get like a vibe check of like the party as I like come into contact with them? Like it would be probably Tallice first because I wake up in her bed,
Sure.
covered in
If
glitter.
anybody wants to kind of shout out with kind of what their general vibe, her insight is, her passive is a 22, so she can read you.
When you wake up, Tallice's eyes are wide open and she's like literally right there and is like staring at you and like very big like grin.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for not kicking me out.
It was very warm and comfortable, so it's fine. I think Tallice, as like she and Nova get ready, is very like bouncy and like energetic, and has seemed more like I don't want to say like manic, but like definitely like increased silliness and energy levels since arriving in Candlekeep.
Okay. Does she feel like this is tied to the location and what happened? She doesn't know what happened yesterday, but does she feel like it's tied to this and not like
It's
devil jitters?
I mean, it's like since coming to Candlekeep, but to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what that means, so
Okay.
I can't really explain it, but I just know that that's how
Okay.
it's the vibe. She's
That's the
very
vibe.
like,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
she's got the sillies.
Okay. Nova will remember this. She'll take note of that. And she'll just kind of clock everybody as she comes in contact. I don't know who would be next.
I mean, I'll go next.
Sure.
So, I mean, Frey is always, I mean, he's not much different. He's always kind of the same, where he's just kind of like chill, going with the flow kind of thing. You do see him kind of like writing through his notebook a little bit more.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Is it the
He's
same
just
notebook he was using for the recipes?
chill. Yes.
Okay.
Sir has his notes from his magical theory and stuff, and there's also in his little notebook a drawing, a little like very crude drawing of him. You only know it's him because it's like a stick figure with big horns and like a trapezoid body, and he's holding a flaming sword that has like an eye on it.
Oh my god.
And he's like, it's like sir, and there's like a bunch of crossed out names because he doesn't know what to name the sword.
Oh,
But
Stabby McStab face.
That's one of the crossed out ones. He has like Trogdor, but it's crossed out. Yeah.
So his vibe is he's also like hyper focused on what he's been learning at the library.
Yeah, he's gotten so excited about this
Okay.
like new thing that he's learned about, and he's like,
Interesting.
that's so
Everyone's
cool.
disassociating. Love that. Okay, Mico, how's Mico vibing?
Mico is probably contemplative.
Okay.
They're probably doing a lot of just sort of drawing and thinking and watching. I wouldn't say they're taking things seriously, but they're definitely just keeping watch over everybody.
Does Mico seem a little bit more like vigilant right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's kind of all Nova wanted to check. Okay, thank you. Thank you for indulging me.
I draw a little eye on Sir's forehead, and there's like I rub a little bit of like lipstick on the tip of my finger before I do this, and I say, "This will protect your mind," and I cast Thought Shield on him.
Oh shit!
As I have done in the past, because I think we talked about doing that.
Yes. Just because it's good to get in the process of it, especially if we end up going to hell today. So that
Peace be
things
with
don't
you,
try
my
to...
child.
he when you do that, he's like working on his notes, but he like very like, you know, he's like looking, but he like turns his head so that you can do it, and then he's like, okay, thank you.
Mico will probably be holding off on giving blessings until they actually get there.
Okay. Once everybody's done it, who wants the morning snack? Snacks? I have 3 of them.
Probably me. Yeah, me please.
There you go, Nova.
Nova.
You can have this. And then I will hand one to Sir. And I will hand one to Mico, because Tallice never accepts my snacks.
Thank you.
It's
Mico will
3,
put it
right?
in his pocket.
Yeah. Oh no, it's 2. Wait. I'll get back to you. Hold on. It's 2 or 3.
I think it was 3, but I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Because I've always had a 3 by my name, so I just assumed.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's equal to my proficiency bonus, so it's 3.
Okay.
And by the way, you all don't technically have to eat that right now. You can use a bonus action to eat it, and then you get temporary hit points.
I see.
So technically, you don't have to eat it right away. It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, Mico
But it
is
lasts-
putting it in his pocket.
These special treats last 8 hours
Okay.
after being made.
Okay.
So,
Pocket treat.
Okay. So you guys are at the inn. Do you want to stop at the tavern next door to get like a meal before you go, or do you guys just want to eat your... Did you guys get a bag of bounty? You guys got a bag of bounty.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
could eat from your bag
We
of bounty
did.
if you wanted
Yep.
to, or you could purchase some food at the tavern next door, or you could eat a ration.
Alice is gonna go to the tavern next door and eat, because we're gonna
Yeah,
be in and
I
out of the bag of bounty for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got money.
special.
that
Well,
was my plan too. Is going to get food.
is that everyone? Did Nova say she would do that?
Eat at the tavern?
Yeah, we're all going.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just. Hey, you know, we're all thinking about going to the tavern. So, like, do you wanna come?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
5
so, yeah.
silver for a meal. That is an all-inclusive meal, including refills on drinks and also on food. Essentially, it's like a buffet, except it's not a buffet. You just like order as you need.
Do we have a server
Yeah.
for the drink? Okay. When it comes to pay, I will hand the gold to the server, and also with a 5 silver tip,
Okay.
so no one else has to pay.
So it is 5 silver per person. So there's
So
1, 2,
3.
3, 4, 5 of you. So it is 3.
It's 3 even, because with the 5
Yeah.
silver tip, we'll make
Yep.
it 3 even.
Oh, okay.
It's basic. Like, it's nothing too fancy. There's like ham steaks, eggs, potatoes, things like that. Toast with jam or butter. But it's unlimited, so you can eat whatever you want. Eat
Awesome.
to your heart's content, and then there's like unlimited refills and like drinks and coffee and stuff. So
I don't know if I've ever actually mentioned this or not, but Frey eats a lot of food. So like he gets like 3, 4, 5 plates of food before he finishes, since it's a buffet. So he loves food.
That's not the same.
Once your meals are finished, what would you guys like to do?
Go to the lady,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
Silvira.
Okay. So you know the way to Silvira's tower. You can climb to the 7th floor where her office, quarters, however you want to put it, is. She is expecting you. It looks like she has picked up a little bit. Definitely not to a point where it's like clean, but it's not quite as cluttered. But if you guys want to are you ready? Because we can get you guys going now. Do you have any other questions about anything we've talked about, or perhaps any other questions that might have come up in the process of this day that you guys have taken to think?
I think we're good to go.
To be honest, I haven't really thought about it much.
Yeah, I mean, like, any questions that I have aren't really, like, related to the task at hand, so...
I'm also ready to go.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I knew you were coming. I've prepared for you. The griffins are outside and ready to take you to Traxagor's tower.
Oh my god, griffins!
Yes. It's not possible to teleport out of Candlekeep, so we can't get you the easy way there, and he lives in a tower that's about 20 miles from here, and it's also in the sky, so it's kind of the only other way to get you there.
Every time that I saw the Griffin cavalry flying over Waterdeep, I always wanted to know what it was like. So I'm down to ride a Griffin.
I've loaned him a spell book or two in the past, so he owes me a favor, so I can have you delivered safely to his tower, and he can use the plane shift to take you hopefully straight to where you need to be in Flethagos, which is the 4th layer we talked about, if you remember.
Oh, I have a question.
Sure.
Is there anything that we could get for you while we're there that would be helpful for your research, as a thank you for you helping us?
That's actually a great question.
Honestly, anything. Any artifacts you can find specifically related to the Hells. So even if it's the belongings of a devil that might have some sort of residue, which most things that come from the Hells do, like literally anything I can study. So even the clothes off a devil's back could potentially be of some use to me. So
Can you get me unbanned from the library if I do that for you?
you got banned from the library?
Yes.
You got banned from the library?
Yes, they didn't say no glitter when they were explaining the rules, but apparently that's an unspoken rule that I was supposed to know without anyone telling me.
I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory to not put glitter in books.
All of my books at home have glitter in them, and they're fine. They said no fire and no like damaging the books, so I didn't damage them. It's just glitter; it falls right out.
Does it though?
Yes.
No, glitter sticks to everything. Actually,
No,
you've
you
got
just-
a bit on your face even.
Yeah, and look at this, and I'll frickin' whatever, press the digitate. I don't know. Yeah, I pressed the digitate. Yeah, come
That's
on,
cheating.
like press the digitation. Like it gets it all away.
I suppose and all of them pretty much know prestidigitation. I could argue that potentially for you. Yeah, I'll try.
Next time they should just put in the rules no glitter. Like they should say no fire. They should say no glitter next time.
Something tells me I think that's going to be in there next
That's
time.
gonna be a bedroom.
Yeah, I think that you might have been the first person to actually do something like that.
It's going to be the Tallice clause.
Oh my god, I love that.
The Tallice clause.
Oh my god, please, it's
all.
canon.
I'll try to bring you some lovely little residued things. I don't know what we'll see.
There was actually something that I did think of. I know we were talking about yesterday about potential currency if you guys needed it and how gold might only work for you in some cases. Do you guys have like magic items or anything like that on you that you could potentially use for trade? That might also be something interesting enough to someone to... Why are we laughing?
I mean, yes, we do, but like,
I just got my bag of bounty though.
Even
So
like
if it-
inane things like wands or things like that. Do you have anything like that?
I have like scrolls.
Frey,
I have
don't
paper
you have a
birds.
wand?
The paper bird and the
Oh yeah,
Goggles
I
of
have a
Night.
wand.
I guess I could.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Frey's had a wand for a really long time. I
Since
don't think we
before
ever
we got
figured
the
out what it
gold.
is. Actually, yeah, did we ever get it identified?
Yeah, I think we did.
It was like a charred.
Is it like a wand of fireballs?
Yeah,
or
it
something like
was.
that? Like a fire wand?
Yep.
It is a wand of fireballs specifically.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, so
No,
there's that.
Someone took it from me. They wouldn't let me have it. I'm pretty sure.
Did I take it from you?
For whatever
No,
reason.
but
That's-
they
That
would
sounds
not
like a.
let it,
reason.
'cause it's not on my
Whatever
list.
reason.
If
So
Nova
sounds like
have it's
something-
in the
Sure.
bag of holding. I don't remember taking it, but if it is, it's in the bag of holding.
Yeah, because
We
for
know
whatever reason-
collectively as a party we have a wand of fireballs.
Yeah.
Sir can also bring up the fact that he's like, I mean, it was made for me by a friend, but if it really came down to it, I do have this, and I have my my magma war pick, which could be honestly, I could see a devil wanting it. So
I mean, I
What is
can
it?
give you a few. I have a few like inane things sort of laying around that I could potentially pass on to you.
you've given us so much.
I mean, well, that's why I'm saying the inane things, because it's not the important ones. But a devil might think that they're particularly interesting.
If I really need to, I could give up the goggles of night.
What are these things? When you say inane.
Well, I have this, and she like starts digging, and she pulls out a die. It's just like a 6-sided die. And she like rolls it. She's like, you can control what it rolls. So 6, and it rolls a 6. 5, it rolls a 5. 2, it rolls a 2. You can just control what it rolls. It's not anything particularly interesting, but
I
a devil
can
might
see- I
find
can
it
see
like
why-
that.
I can see why they like
If-
that.
They would like
if-
that.
I can say if you don't want that right now, I would just take that in general.
I'm offering it to you for some sort of bartering in the hells, not for any other purpose.
Okay.
I'm
We-
not going to be party to any cheating in
It's fine.
gambling.
Frey, I have
No,
Frey, I have
wouldn't be-
weighted dice. I can just show you how my weighted dice work later.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
worry.
cool.
Yeah.
I also have a few of these beads. She kind of pulls like a tin out, probably do something. And she actually kind of waves her hand over it. Yeah, this one and this one are both magical.
Beads?
Yeah, they're like little glass beads.
What do they?
Honestly, these might actually help you guys too. I didn't even think about the fact that I might have had those, because the rest of these are just beads. But that one is a bead of nourishment, and that one is a bead of refreshment. There's only 2 of them. They do exactly what they sound like they do. One feeds you for a day. One gives you enough water for a day, is by just eating it.
Is it a one time? I'm assuming it's a one-time use.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
a
have to eat it.
one-time use. Yeah, so I guess maybe emergency for you guys there too, but also a devil might think that was particularly interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, they're awesome.
I also have, and she's like digging through shelves. There's a bottle in here somewhere that just has just like endless coffee. And she's like picking up bottles and setting them down, and she has a lot like on her shelves. Ah, this one. And she pulls just like an amber bottle that's completely empty. You say a command word, fills with coffee, endless.
I want the endless cup. Before we give it away, I'm gonna use
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Like forever? Like if could I like flood this whole room right now and we'd all be swimming in coffee?
I mean, it would take you quite a long time because you'd have to pour out each bottle, but yes, I suppose if you really wanted to.
Coffee, and I drink it.
It's coffee.
Hell yeah!
Is it bad coffee or
Is
is
it good
it
coffee?
okay coffee? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty okay. It's like okay coffee.
Oh, okay. Yeah, does the job.
I would assume it's probably just black coffee. But...
Yeah.
Yeah,
does the
yep,
job.
it's black. I also probably have a pen or two around here that, yeah, essentially they write in invisible ink. Call it a scribe's pen. It's visible to the person who writes it, but not to anybody else. I have a pen or two around here like that if you want something like that too. Just little things that could potentially help you with bartering.
Okay.
These would definitely be very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want them and they could help us do what we're doing or get something that you might want that's from there, we'll take them.
I have the perfect thing. Hold on. And she starts going through all her bottles and like containers again. I know it's around here somewhere. Honestly, I might just give it to you because it's really, really fun. And she's searching, and she pulls. Oh, here's one, and she's holding like a tin can. And then she's searching, and she grabs like a carafe. I found them. And she turns. Okay, are you ready? They would probably think this is really cool, but I think you, she points at Tallice, would also think that this is very cool. So I would not blame you for keeping it, even if I did give it to you. Are you ready?
Yes.
You're getting me
She
excited.
takes the carafe, and she starts to pour it. And a bunch of tiny little cats start fawning out of it.
What? Wait,
It's a carafe of cats.
they're like
Oh
little
my
mini-
god.
Little
Are they
tiny, like alive cats. Like they're like the size of like an eraser.
Wait a minute.
What happens to them?
Wait a minute!
God.
I had this and I was a goblin and I ate
And you
these
ate
cats! I ate one of them. I was playing a goblin!
Where do they go? Where do they go?
After 24 hours, they disappear. They're not real, but they're sentient and they exist and they do things while they're here.
I did
Every
eat
24
it, and
hours, you can.
I did eat it and it didn't come back, that one.
Come here.
And they like jump into your hand.
I pick the coolest looking one and I give it to Bramble because that's probably Bramble-sized. Here you go, Bramble. You have a pet.
Oh my
He's
god!
like holding it, he's petting it. It is a bramble-sized cat. It literally is. Every 24 hours, you can pour 10 house cats, essentially, that are the size of like a little pink eraser from this carafe. She's also holding a can.
Oh my god, that's freaking cute.
What's
This
in the
one's.
cat?
She pours it. A bunch of tiny crabs fall out.
Oh my god.
It's a can of crabs.
I tell him to dance.
Oh my god, we're doing the crab rave.
Crab rave. Wow. Who comes up with these things?
I collect things, I find them, and I usually find them in like consignment shops or things like that, because sometimes people donate things that they don't know are magical items. I mean, you donated it's like a glass carafe. Nobody expected it to pour cats when you poured it. So I just collect just random magic items. So they help sometimes in my research, sometimes they're just fun. Gestures.
Wow. That's amazing. Wow.
So
Thank you.
take your pick of these things. Do you want all of them? Do you just want some of them? I've got the pen, we've got the beads, the bottle of coffee, the dye, the can, the carafe. What would you like to take with you?
I mean, I just want the cats.
I figured
Cats and
you
coffee.
might.
The pen, just because it could also, I mean, it's devils. We could make use of something where we can write down something only we can read.
Mm.
So I would say that. I mean, if the and then maybe the little tin of beads, because that could just be some, because we can argue that there's multiple. And we will do our best to bring you something back for everything that you've done.
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly, even just an account of what you dealt with while you're there would be a good thing.
Okay.
It would help with just general corroboration of things that I found and things like that.
I mean, I do technically, because of the situation that we talked about, have sort of a devil on standby who does need to appear when I call for him properly. So if you ever wanted to talk with him, I obviously cannot, he's going to do what he's going to do. But
I would very much love to interview another devil. I've only been able to do a few because generally they want things out of you. So it's generally not safe. But
right. I mean, he definitely does his little tricks and things, and he wants to be set free, but he is currently on an active contract, so I don't think that he's got enough of a open plate to really be doing too much, but I could. I mean, yeah, we've called on him before, so
Okay.
that's if anything, there's that. I'll let
Yeah.
you talk to my family devil.
Okay.
I know, it's weird. But
Well, unless you have anything else that you want to ask for, ask about, you can come with me onto the balcony. She will lead you to that sliding door. And on the balcony doesn't have like a railing or anything like that, and it's a pretty big balcony, probably about 15 feet deep. There are 5 different griffins, all of whom have saddles on, and all of whom have a handler that is ready to assist you into the saddle. They are of various sizes and colors. There are the typical like eagle-headed griffins who have the lion-like bodies. There are a few that are more like crow-like in nature. Some that are like black with like really dark bodies, things like that. So they're of different subspecies of griffin, but there are 5 griffins here all the same.
I get on the cutest one.
I want to.
Actually, I was literally gonna say that I get on the fluffiest one, so no, you don't.
Y'all fight it. Y'all
I
fight
said
over
it first. I said it first.
Once you choose your griffin, the saddles have very specific like leather straps or like a leather cage essentially that goes around your feet and your legs kind of up to your knees to keep you in place, because this is a very big creature and your knees kind of sit right behind their wings, so you have the muscles of their back where their wings are beating that you kind of have to squeeze to stay on. It's very different from riding a horse, so there are generally those straps to kind of keep your legs in place. You basically can't move once you're in the saddle until you like unstrap them, and then there are like handles to hang on to on the saddle, kind of like an inner tube, like if you're going on like a water slide, they're like handles on the saddle to keep you in place. But when you're ready, all 6 of them kind of, or 5 of them kind of situate themselves, spread their wings and kind of one big beat down, and you are in the air.
Oh.
And you are flying.
Racing. Not really. The griffins are going where they go.
okay. Oh my
Yeah,
god, Nova, how do you
definitely.
do this? How do you do this all the time now?
It's so fun.
You said that our
Riding
legs
a
are
horse
strapped
and
in.
flying.
Yes.
So Frey, if I'm going like this the whole time.
Sir's got
feeling
like,
it.
Sir's like,
So the spot that the griffins were in the tower, they are taking you out to sea, away from
Oh.
shore.
Ooh.
The griffins take flight. They head out to sea. They are flying just below the clouds. You can even like reach up and your hand gets kind of wet from the clouds themselves. Candlekeep is disappearing behind you, and grows smaller and smaller the more westward the griffins fly. There are large rocky islands that pass below you. Beyond them lies the open sea. It is kind of daunting, but after a long journey, about 2.5 hours or so. So if there's anything you want to do or talk about, like over your earrings or anything like that, over 2.5 hours, because it's about 20 miles away. Now is the time to shut that up before we kind of get you over to Sharksagore's tower.
Is this the kind of thing where I can short rest while we're doing this?
I mean, you're just sitting.
That's what I
And the
wanted to
griffins,
do.
it's not like riding a horse. You're not commanding them to do anything. They have explicit instructions of where to take you, and they're just doing it. So
Yeah, so we can't Grand Theft Griffin these.
no, no.
Oh my god.
Dang it.
Definitely.
I'm all good.
Yeah, definitely Mico spending the whole time just giving the griffin scritches and neck rubs and stuff.
Aw.
I think Nova is like clutching her deck of cards like close to her chest and like enjoying the flight, enjoying the ride, but she's definitely unsettled as we get closer to what we need to do.
Okay.
Sir is thinking about how we're getting closer and closer to facing his birthright, I guess is the kind of weirdest way to put it. But he's trying to steel himself and remind himself that he's going to come back home from this, and he's going to go back to Waterdeep.
Okay.
Wrong.
Meanwhile, I'm just doing like the hand, like you know how you hold your hand out the window, so, out of the car, and you do like the airplane thing. Yeah, I just keep doing like that, or hands up. Just having the time of my life.
So, eventually, after your long journey, you see a windowless tower and a doorless tower that is floating somehow in the sky ahead of you. It kind of, you get to a point in the clouds where it just kind of appears. There is a conical top to the tower in which there is essentially a jagged hole. And one by one, the griffins kind of open their wings to kind of stop themselves, and then in a line sort of stop so that they're hovering in the air rather than flying forward. And then one by one, each of them flies into that jagged hole in the top of the tower and lands on the upper floor. In which time you are able to kind of reach down, unstrap your legs, you can dismount, you can give whatever scritches or goodbyes you'd like to each griffin that you guys took that flight with.
I give my griffin some candy.
Okay. There is a spiral staircase leading down into the tower itself. And then as you are kind of getting yourself settled, the griffins will then one by one take flight and they will leave the tower.
Bye, Darlie.
I think that getting to Traxicor's tower is a good time to take a break.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alright then, we will be RB.
We will be right back in about 5 to 10 minutes.
welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here. We have arrived at Traxagor's Tower. Is there anything that anybody wants to add here before we kind of proceed?
How does the tower look?
On the top level where you
featureless?
are is
Yeah.
probably pretty plain. It's just a circular room that was enough for the griffins to kind of land in. There were no doors and no windows on the outside of the tower. It had kind of a conical roof that had that hole in it. There is a spiral staircase that leads downwards if you would like to proceed there, but it's basically stone floor, and a spiral staircase going down.
Okay.
You would
I
think,
think
a
we should
guy
just-
who...
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say that you would think a guy who lives alone in a tower all the time would have more than enough time to make it look nice.
I mean, this is kind of nice in like a really imposing kind of way.
Maybe he doesn't have a lot of like design sense.
Well, Temperance says that
There's no audio
Oh!
on stream.
no audio on stream.
What? It shows that it's picking up.
Yeah, I'm hearing people.
This is just
You're muted, honey.
I don't know what's going on with my stuff then, because I am not getting any audio on mine.
I'm hearing stuff.
Ace says they can hear too, so.
False alarm.
Okay.
okay.
Me.
So Temperance said that there was no audio on stream, and I was like, Temperance, what do you mean by that?
Temperance, you can't see. How would you know?
Temperance says that a lot of wizards are really... This is how she put it. She was like, wizards are really eccentric. So the whole... Honestly, I don't think that anything should really be surprising. Fashionable they are not. But I think it's kind of strange if he was expecting us. Don't you think that he should have come to receive us? Are we just supposed to kind of walk down into his house?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll start walking down.
You hear the
Yeah.
sound of a bunch of books falling from one floor below you.
Oh. Okay. Frey, hold on. You walk fast. Slow down.
Sorry, I have long legs. Keep up.
I have long... You power walk everywhere you go.
Okay.
Okay.
I will slip my pace for them.
One level down, you see a cluttered chamber, illuminated by various objects upon which there are continual flame spells, very much like Sylvira's room or chamber that she had at her place. There, at first, though, you don't see anything other than the piles of books and scrolls and quills and pots of ink on tables covering every surface. At first you don't see anything, but you do hear a lot of rustling over in one corner of the room, by which there is a shelf. There are items that are being pulled and tossed onto the ground, and you hear a, "What is it? What is it?"
Hello?
Thud as
Hello?
you hear a head hit the bottom or the top of a shelf on a bookshelf. "Oh, you startled me!" You hear a voice. Don't see anybody. Here's some
Sorry?
movement.
Yeah.
Some books being moved around. You can toss an apology out if you want.
Yeah, sorry. Mico is kind of like hurting head to see if they can get like an angle underneath.
You hear the little plap, 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 plap of feet on a hardwood floor.
He got the dogs out.
And from around the corner, around like a table under which there are more piles of books, low to the ground, like 2 feet tall maybe, there is a tiny otter
Oh my god.
dressed in a red cassock, holding his little paws kind of in front of him like this, and he's like, toddling around the corner. Sorry, I should have been upstairs to greet you, the otter speaks.
Oh my.
Oh,
I've
You
been
are
looking...
You were the cutest thing in the world.
Well, that's rather rude, don't you think?
No, it was
I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding, it's fine. Thank you! I appreciate that. I get it a lot. I'm sorry I wasn't upstairs to greet you. I've been looking for the stupid tuning fork that I need to get you guys where you need to go.
Oh, to like get us to court?
Well, to Flethagos.
Right. Which,
Specifically,
thank
we're
you.
going to be trying to get you to Abermark because that's where court is. Probably shouldn't just get you to Flethagos because you'll probably be burned alive, so we want to get you to the city specifically.
Yeah, that'd probably be good.
Right.
Anyway, hi. He brushes his little paws off. I'm Traxagor. Holds his little paws up to shake your hands.
Hi.
You are an otter.
That is true. You're very observant.
Hi.
Were you always an otter?
Were you always a person?
Yeah, but I can
The answer is no. It was not always an otter.
I was about to say, because like I can turn into an otter if I wanted to. So
Well, I can't speak otter. I'm just a person who's now an otter, if that makes sense. It was a polymorph spell that I just kind of decided I liked how it worked. I like being an otter, so I kept it.
Interesting.
fully understand.
Now,
I like you.
thanks. If you want to be helpful, though, you can help me find this tuning fork. It looks like a tuning fork. And he like goes about like.
What does a tuning
Yeah,
fork
I
look
will
like?
start helping looking
Well,
for it, I guess.
It's like a
Fork!
it's like a fork, but like two.
Two-prong fork.
2 prongs.
Yeah.
He yells from like behind a book pile.
Where's the last place you saw it?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have not touched this tuning fork in probably 10 years. So it's in here somewhere. I was looking yesterday, but then I fell asleep.
In here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All my stuff's here.
Okay.
So it's a chip fork. Gotcha. I will look for that.
I don't know what. Alright. I take all the cats that I had gotten earlier that I put in my pocket, except for the one that Bramble's still holding, and I say, "Cats, help us find the tuning fork!" And I say, "Bramble, you and your cat also help us find the tuning fork."
He takes his cat and he sits down on a table and he's just petting it.
I will take advantage of my height and look on high places in case that's why he's having trouble finding it.
Okay. Everybody can go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Yay.
Do the cats get their own investigation check?
Oh my
Yay,
God.
I would really
And,
nice.
Dirty 20.
19.
I rolled real good. 19.
Okay.
Hey. 19 buddies.
Dirty 20.
13.
Thanks, guys. Okay. So, you guys take some time to help Traxagor find this tuning fork. There's a lot of interesting things in this room. There's lots of spell scrolls that are half done, spell books, there's lots of magical components, things like that, and then pretty obscure magical components too, things you haven't seen before, sir, probably things you can't even identify. But
He does the thing where he's going through like glasses and it's making his face
Aw.
like different shapes.
But it takes probably a good half an hour of looking. This place is very cluttered. For Nova, you do find it on a higher shelf.
I have my wing
or at
boots.
least- yeah, or at least a tuning fork on a higher
Okay.
shelf.
I'll bring it down. Is this the one?
Where do you find it?
Up there? That high shelf?
Is it squinting?
Do you want me to check if there's anything else up there that would indicate what... Did it come from a box or was it just on the shelf?
It was just like on a shelf.
Okay.
I think that bookshelf is a shelf that I was putting things on when I was still human. And
That's
then, you know,
why I
out of-
was. Yeah.
smart. out of sight, out of mind, and I've been very small lately, and projects begin and then they end, and I put them down and pick them back up again. Let me see it, though.
I'll hand it to
And he takes it, and he hits it kind of on his little wrist, and he listens to the tune.
You hear the Doom soundtrack, actually.
And he, listens, and he does it again, and he's listening. I can't tell what note that is. Here, does anybody know music?
Looks at Sir.
Yeah.
Listen, tell me, and he, does it again.
Is it a C? Is it D flat? F sharp?
What is that? I can't tell if that is that a little flat to you?
Oh yeah, it's flat.
Okay, this is the right one.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a couple other. There's one that's a bit sharper. That one is going to bring you to a different layer of hell. They're all going to be this specific note, but it depends kind of on,
Yeah.
But,
Oh, okay.
But,
Oh my
I mean, we
goodness,
could go
that
to another layer of hell, I guess, if you want to. But Plethagos is where you want to be, right? We need to go to Abermock.
Apple.
Yes, right? That's
Yes.
what Sylvia
Yes.
told me. And he kind of does a...
Hey, real quick, man, before you start casting, do you happen to have maybe some holy water or powdered silver and iron that's worth 100 gold pieces? Or maybe a gilded flower worth 300 gold pieces?
Definitely not the flower, but I do have some powdered iron I can give you, and maybe a bottle or two of holy water.
Yeah, but just in case we need to contain someone, that's what that stuff will help, or protect ourselves from an onslaught, a little circle. I mean, I can pay you for stuff.
Oh no, I mean, and he grabs a bottle.
Yeah, could I also
And it's powdered iron.
Yes, can I also get one of those for powdered silver or iron worth 100 gold?
I can give you the iron. You can just take this whole bottle. He
Oh,
hands you.
shit,
It's
okay.
a 24-ounce bottle.
Oh shit, thanks man.
Thank you.
And I can get it easy.
Great. I wonder if
Appreciate
Tallice
it.
and I wonder if Vic and Kristy are thinking the same thing.
It's for magic circles in
Yep,
case we need
yep.
to protect ourselves.
Smart. This is a really impressive tower, by the way. And also, I don't think I said, but thank you for this help that you're providing for us.
Sylvira, I owe a favor too. This is easy enough.
We brought this up minorly with Sylvira, but there is the question about getting back to the material.
When do you expect to need to come back?
Well, that's yeah. We're going to court. Your familiars. You understand?
Traxigor, the tiny cats are climbing all over you.
We're going to court, but we also understand that sometimes there is oftentimes there's a little bit of a time displacement, I believe would be the correct term
There
for
can be.
going back and forth. So what I was actually wondering, because I'm sure it would be better to be able to contact. I mean, we have a very wonderful cleric who is able to contact people, but a cleric's spells are going to be useful to have in the hells. Is there possibly, maybe, I have a couple sending stones to some people. Do you have perhaps a sending stones that we could let you know when our business is concluded? Would that be something that we could do? that possible?
Theoretically, I'd have to make one.
Make one.
Yeah, unfortunately, it would take me at least a week.
Alright,
People don't talk to me a lot lately.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. That's why I'm here. I tower in the sky, and nobody's gonna bother you, right?
Oh, I suppose. I mean, I was going to say you seem to be a fairly agreeable bloke, so...
Thank you, I suppose. Do you have ways to contact me outside of having a magic item in place? Like, for example, a sending spell you could try?
Yes,
It could take some time to get a hold of me, but...
Yes, we...
Yeah, I have that means.
Yeah. Just a matter of
I'm assuming the earrings don't work.
It's too
across,
far.
oh.
It doesn't even get across the full
Earrings
city.
are like 100 feet.
We'll still be able to
500.
talk. Yeah, we'll still be able to talk to each other with those, but
Yes.
Yeah, we were just told to be careful about that because there are lots of creatures that can read
Listen.
minds in hell.
Mhm.
I just didn't know if it would go for it. Didn't know
Yeah.
its capabilities.
Well, we'll have to
That's
look
okay.
into like an upgrade on our phone plan.
yeah, so
You need an international phone plan.
International prices, let's go.
so yes, most likely it would be Nova here who's able to contact. So is that agreeable? Could we contact you when our business is concluded and we would be able to be retrieved? Is that all right?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Like I said, he's
So
an agreeable
chill.
bloke. Like I said,
Would you need
want-
some kind of payment?
he didn't have to bring it up.
I just-
No.
I mean, I was gonna say you could keep all the tiny cats except for that one that is with the fairy right now. The rest you can just keep if you want.
There's not much I can do with gold these days. I have most of everything I need, so no. I mean, like I said, I owe Sylvia a favor. She's cashing in. It's fine.
All right.
Thank you.
She's helped me with a few magical items and spellbooks and things in the past, so for now,
Well,
that's enough.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'm trying to like keep my momentum going, and so I feel like if I dawdle any longer, I'm gonna start getting second guesses again. I just want to say, I am ready to go.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you're ready to go, but I'm
I'm-
ready to go.
Ready to go.
Sure.
I'm
How's everybody else?
I'm looking forward to it, actually.
Good.
I'm getting kisses.
Aww. Oh, baby.
I am also ready to go.
Um,
I've already had to like read books in a library. I'm ready to do something that isn't reading books.
Hey, my hand.
I'm ready.
Just reaching for my keyboard.
Come on,
With
Bramble.
the cat on my chest is a little hard.
I'm really scared, but I'm ready.
We'll be
It's-
there with you.
It's going to be fine. Here, you know what helps?
What?
Hold out your hand and close your eyes. I put a handful of glitter into her hand, and just keep that in your pocket.
Okay. I
Fucking
think she
glitter.
does.
It
And
has
she'll
a very
put like
nice texture.
the glitter that's still on her hand after she puts it. She's just gonna wipe it on her like her chest. Be like, there we go. Now I'm gonna sparkle.
If you haven't eaten the snack we gave you, might be time to do that.
Yeah, I think I'll munch on that.
Sure, yeah.
Get 3 temporary hit points.
I think
Okay.
mentally, she takes a moment and just is like, I love you guys.
Love you too. It's gonna be fine. Traxagore, make sure you have a tuning fork to get yourself back before you take us.
Oh, that's
Do you need
smart.
help finding?
You are brilliant.
I mean, you could just stay there with us.
You could
That
have
would
to
also
come hang
go.
out.
Okay.
No, I'm more than willing to travel to a plane to get you there, but hell is not one that I want to stay in. I hope you understand.
That's understandable.
All right.
He tucks another tuning fork in his pocket.
Oh, okay. He just got that one. Good.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
good.
You want us to like hold hands? For holding hands, I'm holding your hand. It's so small. I want to hold it.
I called dibs on the other hand.
Well, let me do the. And he like knocks it again, tucks it in his pocket. Grabs everybody's hands.
I held his tiny hand.
I'll hold his other
He's,
tiny
like,
hand and get glitter on
reaching
his
up.
tiny hand.
No, Bramble holds his tiny hand, and then Bramble grabs like my finger, and
Oh.
that's how we do it.
Okay, so it's in like a cleared little spot where there's like a. He pushes books aside, papers aside, to allow you guys to kind of stand in a clear spot in the middle of the floor. And after he kind of resonates the tuning fork, he'll take everybody's hands, all in one. And he will begin to cast the spell. He starts to chant something vaguely draconic under his breath, and slowly a ball of greenish blue light starts to form in the middle of this little circle that you guys have created, and that slowly begins to expand until it completely encompasses all of you. And your senses are just kind of overtaken by this bright light.
Boy.
Who would like to volunteer to roll a percentile die?
Me!
I want Ink to do it.
Yeah.
I want to see how bad this is gonna be.
Percentile die.
Oh god, are you rolling it digitally? Graf, go stop him right now.
No,
Graf,
you said you wanted to
please.
see how bad it was gonna be.
Fine. Oh my god, I have a chest for physical dice. Oh my god.
I was gonna just let it go because Vic said they wanted to see how bad it was gonna be.
We're gonna end up directly up Asmodeus's booty hole.
Physical dice. Shh. It's happening.
That's a D8.
No, it's not. It's literally not. Okay. Anyway. $27.
Oh my god. Oh. Yeah.
Oh. If it was digital, it would have been.
Ace, I know you're going to be able
60.
to hear me in a couple of seconds. Can you take a screenshot of Alaska in your screen really quick for me? But you said 27?
27.
Okay. A 27. Send that to me, please. Okay, I'll take that.
If it was digital, it would have been a 60!
Yeah.
Okay, so with the 27, the light encompasses you, and you guys all begin to feel this sort of tugging sensation in your abdomens, kind of like a hook is being hooked in your belly button and like pulling you forward. And you feel the ground fall out from underneath you. It is very similar to how teleporting feels. It's like someone just yanked the ground underneath you. You feel this sort of falling sensation, and then suddenly your feet hit the ground really hard to the point where it feels like you just fell and like hit the ground. Kind of stumble a little bit, and the green light sort of begins to dissipate, and you guys can kind of take in your surroundings, look around you. You needed to roll above a 25 for this to be successful.
Okay.
So that was a good roll.
All good, guys. All good. Good start.
These pictures, I'm sending one because they're very cute. So you are standing in Abermock. Abermock is the only city. Girl, can you chill? Only city in Flethagos. Flethagos being the 4th layer of hell, where Court is located. Abermock appears to be built into the hollowed out active volcano. Here. Yeah. There is an enormous spiraling path that kind of goes up that active volcano. The walls around you are made of obsidian, crystals, hardened magma. It's this very dramatic, jutting out sort of appearance that casts shadows over the city where you are currently standing. The city is built upon, and it is a hollowed out volcano. It is an active volcano. There is a pool of magma that the city parts itself are sitting on, jutting up from, or floating upon this pool of magma like islands. To the point where it's very clear that it is going to be impossible to navigate this city by foot. You do see around you, there are people who are essentially using gondolas like taxis in the lava. All of those gondolas being piloted by bearded devils. You've encountered them, I believe, before. You've seen one before. There are the crater that the volcano makes, kind of the very top of the volcano, is peppered with and is crowned by these basalt towers. There are many tunnels that kind of go out, or like chambers that kind of go out on either side or all sides of that circular cauldron that you're currently existing in now. There's a lot of foot traffic. You have appeared in the center of that city that is floating on those magma islands. There is a permanent teleportation circle that these plane shift spells lead to. It is immediately apparent that you guys are sticking out like sore thumbs. The majority of the population of this city is devils. You don't look like devils. In fact, you look like normal people. At least most of you do. So the second that greenish light disappears, Traxagor is there, is holding two people's hands. Eyes start turning your way. You appear to be standing on the edge of some docks. Docks are not made of wood like you would see kind of in Baldur's Gate or Waterdeep. They are stone. They are basically carved out of these islands, and there are gondolas there waiting. People are kind of, I say people, devils are coming up, and they are paying to use these gondolas to navigate the city. But there are people who are kind of like stopping and like looking your way. There are bearded devils. There's even a couple of chained devils. There's grotesque like blob-like creatures that are kind of moving around. There's devils of all kinds that are here, and they are looking at you.
I will like just look around and like just give a couple of them the what's up nod.
I rubberneck right back at them. Like if they turn and look, I'm like.
Nova will keep her eyes to the ground.
Mico keeps their eyes forward.
Traxagor will give whoever's nearest to him, probably Tallice, a little like reassuring pat. There is a flash of that blue-green light, and he is gone.
Wow, he really just left like that. Okay, here we are.
Okay,
Go to the courthouse first, or do we go find some lodging first?
Where is any of that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a great. Are there signs?
No.
Is there a building that says court?
That would count as a sign.
Another thing that is important to note, the sky above you, there are flashes of fire, like every 10 seconds, 15 seconds, just like fire explosions, clouds of fire that go over. It's very clear that there are parts of the city that are up more towards the crater rather than the cauldron down below where you are, that are being hit by that fire from outside of Plethagos. Another thing to note, it is disgustingly, swelteringly, almost unbearably hot. Like, you're looking at almost 140, 150 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe more here.
Mico, you're gonna get blisters on those feet.
Yeah.
You're about to have scary dog privilege.
So uncomfortable, you can barely breathe. It is so hot. It feels claustrophobic. It is not an environment that you guys are made to exist in.
I immediately take off the lightweight vest that I have on, just wrap it around my waist.
Yeah, give me a second. I need to put on some sandals.
I have extra outfits with me if you need them.
I said that I was wearing my armor today.
Oh no, you're a little.
I am a
You
tiefling.
did say that you were wearing your armor. Your armor is starting to heat up.
Fuck.
The temperature is literally unlivable for people.
Okay.
You are doing better than everybody else.
But I do have
but
metal
you're not
strapped
doing
to me.
well, and you do have metal strapped to you.
Okay. I thought I could handle it. So yes, the first thing that we're gonna do when we all arrive is we're all gonna just strip while all of these devils look at us. I need someone to help me take this armor off.
You are starting to get panicked.
I will.
With how quickly it's
I will
coming
help.
out.
I will
It's like
immediately
it's
help.
like
Wear gloves.
It's
Wear
like an
gloves.
I need someone to help me, and then you're like, oh my god, somebody help me. Oh my fucking god, somebody help. Yeah, you're starting.
There's metal plates. There's metal plates.
I have a
Split mail.
have a question.
Hmm.
Should who is going to be doing most of the talking while we're here? I have something to give them.
Not me.
I can speak Infernal.
Probably the best.
I'm
Can I-
lovable.
Can you speak
no,
Infernal?
No.
So maybe Tallice
I
talks and then
well.
Sir translates.
But Tallice is a shit stir. Actually,
Hold on. Yes, but business. I can be business minded.
okay.
Well,
Frey, untie it! Untie it!
Okay, I could make you understand something for an hour.
I mean, I can make myself understand Infernal.
Who has the highest passive perception?
Nova.
Nova really have a passive perception of 18.
God damn it, you guys!
All of us.
Everyone's like, not always.
No,
I'm getting better.
You
Yeah.
obviously you guys are being watched.
Yeah.
There are eyes. It's like people are walking by and they're like, "Ooh, newcomers," or like just general interest in your existence. There was a chain devil. He is clearly a chain devil. I don't know if you guys have ever seen pictures of chain devils. They're usually covered in chains.
Oh my god, wait, like the guy in the attic?
I don't think he was a chain devil.
Wasn't he covered in chains? And like,
He was chained
up.
He was
oh,
chained up
okay.
because he
I
was
thought
like
he was a chain
But he
devil.
was
Okay.
He was a pit fiend, but he was
Oh.
chained up to keep himself from leaving.
Okay.
Yep.
Chain devils are, and you were told this by Sylvira, generally the more humanoid a devil looks, the higher in class they are. The more disgusting, like you're seeing like these disgusting blobs of creatures kind of moving around, those are probably not very high class devils. They're in the hierarchy.
Yeah.
The more humanoid a devil is, the more they have kind of a higher place in society, I guess, because they've been promoted. Chain devils are very humanoid looking people. They're generally very fit, very muscular. This particular chain devil has very, very long, very, very curly black hair, but from his head also in places there are chains kind of growing like hair that are kind of weighing down some of his curls. He has horns that kind of come up from his forehead and just kind of curl around a little bit. He doesn't appear to have eyes. Like where there are eyes, it's not that he has sockets that don't have eyes in them. It's smooth, like there are no eyes. He's very muscular. He's wearing armor, scale mail sort of armor. Just on the top, bottom, he's just kind of wearing pants with some boots. But then he's also got, with those like pants he's wearing, he's got kind of a chain skirt that's kind of coming around the pants that are attached to his belt as well. And he was paying the bearded devil that is like in one of the gondolas, but he stops and he's kind of craning his neck and he's looking in your direction.
Can we decide fast? I also need a pinch of that powdered silver or iron.
A pinch.
We need to
Yeah.
move.
We need it first for like to protect us.
You
Can I-
hear him take a step, and the reason you hear him take a step is because it's clear his boots are made of metal. He's wearing heavy metal boots.
We have some
that-
unwanted attention, guys.
Dunk on the stone as he's walking, and he takes
Just
kind of a
trying to quicken
slow
my...
slow
Right.
step.
Everyone, look purposeful. This way. Just
Seriously?
just go purposefully this way.
Walking
And
in
we
a
just start
circle.
walking.
I'm trying.
We're trying.
Pinch, please.
Okay, you can have a pinch, just a little one.
Yep.
What are we sharing? He says with a grin as he kind of takes a step forward.
In common?
Oh, hello.
He looks to Sir, and then Infernal. Do you speak for them?
Grabs that pinch. Mico doesn't care. I'm just
He
going
is
to
saying this in Infernal. To sir.
He said, do you speak what?
For them.
For them.
Yeah, I speak for them. Sure.
You don't sound very sure.
I'm in the middle.
Steps towards sir. He's completely ignoring the rest of you. Where'd you get them?
We met in. I met two of them in Waterdeep and two in Baldur's Gate.
Met them? You didn't buy them or anything?
Oh my
God. No. No, they're here with me.
Why?
We have business.
I know why.
They're mortals, though. Why are you You're just traveling with them like they're your equals.
Oh my god.
Listen, I said we have
see.
business.
You have business, but you're not. No, you tricked me there for a second. Oh, you almost got me there for a second. You're not a devil either, are you? Yes, you sure look like one though.
Yeah, I know I've got the look.
No, like, clearly you're a tiefling, obviously, looking at you, but you're definitely a more devil adjacent than most tieflings I've seen.
Well, you're this friendly with everyone that comes by.
No, just the ones I'm interested in.
Oh, you're interested, huh?
Mostly because I want to see why you're here. There's a lot of mortals to just show up in Plesigos.
Well, we need someone to stay, because we're going to be here for a bit.
For what purpose?
Business.
Yeah, well, your business better become mine, because if it's not, I'm not telling you where you can go to stay.
We've got a court date.
Okay, alright. A court date. Good luck with that one. Sorry, you'll have to excuse me.
Something funny about that.
No, yeah, no. Why? What kind of court date?
I think that you've asked enough questions. How about you answer one of mine?
Okay, what's one of yours? And don't say, where can we stay, because I haven't learned enough for that one yet.
How much does the gondola cost?
A soul coin. Sometimes. Depends on what you got. What can you trade?
We're equipped.
You're equipped.
To trade.
We're packing. You know I got the thing on me.
No, I got that thing on me.
Is my armor off? Can I stop, like,
Yeah,
twitching while I... Okay.
I'll slip it into the bag of holding for now.
He does give you a very clear, like, up and down.
Button
With
up
his
my shirt.
face.
Yeah.
He doesn't have eyes. It's clear
Yeah.
he can see, though.
Are you alright, sir?
Yeah, there's a lot of talking.
He thought that I bought you.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, like, you could if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Tallice!
I wish you two
I'd
would
be
learn
down.
more self-respect.
What?
Listen, I had to get the sillies out. This is just the remnants of it. What does he want? What do you want?
He's interested.
Of course I'm interested, he says in common.
Of course you're interested.
There's
Listen.
what, 5 of you that just show up in
Yes.
the 4th layer of all places? Generally, that doesn't happen. Mortals that stay here actually live here, and they don't stick out the way that you guys do, so...
Well, thank you for the compliment.
It wasn't one.
I'm taking it as one.
We have a certain time frame that we're working in.
Oh, generally
So-
court dates do have a certain time frame, yeah.
Right, exactly. So, unless there's something that's going to be coming out of this conversation besides ogling at the new folk, like I said, we have to find somewhere to stay.
Good luck with that.
Luck getting some
Is
eyeballs.
that you just turning away to do something, or is he turning away?
There was a cat here in my
Okay.
milk because my cat was drinking from it.
Wonderful.
The devil also has a cat that's like drinking as well. Just like, in a conversation.
There's like a cat that looks perfectly normal, just two little horns.
Two little horns.
I could be of some help to you. Actually, I was just about to purchase a gondola myself, which you don't seem to be very equipped to do.
What do you charge for it?
What do I charge? I don't charge anything.
That's a lie. Why are you helping us?
Because I'm interested in the mortals who just showed up in the middle of Abermock. He's smiling.
We may look green, but we understand how things work here well enough to know that you want something. So what is it?
Oh, so you understand how things work here. Okay, so why don't you tell
Enough.
me how they work here? No, tell me how they
No.
work here. Alright, that turns to
We know everything has a price.
Stops. Slowly turns.
Everything has a price.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mico will slightly tap Sir's thigh and will say, have you considered that the price may just be intrigue? No one said that the price is physical. The fact that we're here might just be payment enough for him.
And say it explicitly. Like, make sure it's clear, that's all.
We want to ride on a gondola. You're interested in why we're here. That sounds like somewhere to start. Or we can go figure it out ourselves.
Luck with that one. Truly, good luck if you choose to do that one, because you probably won't make it very far. Yeah, I am very interested in why you're here. I'm mostly interested in why you're here because of you. Points at Sir.
You're not here for me.
No, but I want to know about you.
That's a shame. A lot of people
really
want to know about me. Come on, guys. We're gonna go get a gondola then.
Is that where we have to go?
He'll turn and go back to his gondola. He's laughing.
Oh my god, they're gonna get under my skin immediately.
Yeah, let's not, tell people why we're here. Yeah, that's not like a cost, like, give me your soul and all of your mortal possessions. But I feel like getting that information out is arguably, like, more dangerous.
I understand. I only said that we're here for a court date, which is what lots of people are here for.
Then I guess we should find the courthouse. I think that's the top priority. I don't even think finding a place to stay matters if we can't find the courthouse.
I mean, yeah, if we can get that situated, then there might be some sort of protection we can be... Maybe because our legal counsel will have to help us.
Maybe.
They'll be contractually bound to help us. Maybe they can then answer our questions without requiring payment. But here's the thing. The gondola's a soul coin.
Well, then why don't we just fly?
All of us?
I can make you fly.
I can fly.
Okay,
I
Nova
can't-
can fly.
I can't fly.
You can Sir can carry us.
Oh, yeah. But I guess. I mean, Frey is weightless if he's in the portable hole. Don't think I
Yeah, we
want to roll
put
that
Frey
idea.
in the hole.
Sorry.
You carry me. No, Nova carries me and you carry Mico. Nova's got the shoes. We don't need a gondola.
Yeah.
I think we should save the few, like, tradable things that we have for bigger things than transport, when we can do that ourselves.
Are there devils with wings that are freely flying around? Okay, so it doesn't seem like flight will be an issue.
How far away? Like, is there a noticeable, like, building or group or settlement that seems to be nearby? Or does it seem like people that I can't fly are, like, can't fly long distances are basically relying on these gondolas to get around?
Either relying on the gondolas, or if they are able to swim in lava, they are also, some people are just swimming. I can send a map here to you guys, so you have kind of an idea of what the city itself looks like.
Yeah, because hopefully Court maybe is like some sort of larger or more iconic building.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I could figure out how far away the biggest...
From the docks, it's probably a good, like, 200 feet or so.
Okay, that's definitely...
It's, like, circular, and then there's, like... This is going to be for chat mostly, because you guys are looking at the map. Think of chicken wings. You've got flats, and you have drums. And there is a flat-shaped chicken wing island, kind of kitty-corner to the left, a little bit from where the docks are. If you're looking at a circle, the gondola docks are at 6 p.m., and the chicken wing flat is like at 9 p.m.-ish. And then at the very top of the circular map, there is a drum that is like going from like 3 p.m. to actually more like 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. And yeah, so it's kind of a circle, and then there's like dots that are kind of scattered about that are different buildings, and the buildings themselves are like little islands.
Well, why don't we just try to fly over to like one of those larger land masses and just get our bearings? Surely we can figure out where things are, and if we really need help after a little while, then we can ask, but I think we need to be careful about how we're talking to these people.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to ask...
Well, if he gets under your skin, then he'll get into your soul.
I can help.
That.
I can help, which is why I was asking for the powdered silver or iron. I can't remember which one it was.
Iron.
Yeah. And Mico will take that powdered iron and sort of like rub it over his finger, and then tap Sir on the chest, because he's not very tall, and cast protection from evil and good.
Okay.
Sir's like he's like sauced out right now. Like he's got he's got the little eye, he's got the little
getting buffed out, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes before I need to recast it, so let's get a move on. It's just if anyone wants to stop us and do any talking while we're here.
Listen, while we're walking to, because I know I'm figuring this out, but I'll just be like, yeah, so maybe we just treat this like when you're walking through the certain areas of Waterdeep and people like come up and they're trying to sell stuff to you and you just eyes forward and you keep walking, like really New York this shit.
The last time that we were in a place where people come up to you and sell things to you, you spent like so much of your money. Sir,
you stopped every time and bought almost everything.
I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm not. Let's fly. Are we flying?
Yes, we're flying.
Okay, hold on. Before I get into the portable hole, do not trade the portable hole while I'm inside of it, please.
Okay.
Do it.
That would be a great way to like rob somebody in the future, by the way. Just like sell them the portable hole and then you climb out and then you rob the store.
No, but
anyway.
I can open it up though, can't I? From the inside?
We'll find out eventually.
Rolls it out. I don't care. We already look stupid, so I'll roll it out right on the ground and be like, oh,
okay.
SpongeBob with the coffin, get in.
I take a little dragonfly wing and I put it on Sir's back, and then he grows a big pair of dragonfly wings, and I cast fly on him.
Okay.
Are they colorful? Because that would be hilarious.
They're just that like oil slick kind of look to them, but they're clear.
I activate my boots.
I let Nova bridal carry me.
Oh, I was gonna give you a piggyback, but I'll bridal carry you.
Okay.
Come here, Mico.
I think the choice now, Mico being carried, Tallice being carried, Frey in the hole, with the choice now moving to that first landmass, kind of to the left from where you guys are. Good place to end for the night.
Oh my god, we're
Welcome
in hell.
to hell.
Always.
That was immediately like he was friendly but hostile.
And
Also,
hot.
chain devils are so hot.
Why are they all
Very.
Chain devils are so hot.
crime?
Okay.
Oh my god.
GG.
Well, any little closing remarks?
Don't forget to check out Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube. We are like very close to reaching like a big milestone. I think we're like a few dozen barely away from like having 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's free. You should just do it and subscribe to our channel. And check out our Discord. Check out our other games. Thank you, Suncraft. Thank you, Adrian Von Ziegler. Yeah.
Witchlight tomorrow and Dramada next Thursday. Lots of cool stuff.
Okay. Well, when you decide to wear metal armor to somewhere where you know is going to be really, really hot, make sure you roll your proficiency bonus next time.
Oh, you. Love you,
See
bye.
you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.